I'm making chicken soup. I'm under the weather. So what I've done already is I've added 3 full potatoes in the pot. I put a cup of carrots and a cup of celery in that pot. And what I've also done, I've already baked, oven roasted, baked this. I don't know the difference between baking and roasting. When you roast it, it's covered, it's smothered, it's sealed in. When you bake it, you can open it up, wrap it with aluminum foil. This is like oven roasted chicken, and I want you to see how tender it is when I take this chicken. These are thighs. There's a difference between a breast and a thigh. The way you know the difference is thigh is like a square. Okay? Breast has like a heart shape to it. So your chest, breast, heart, square, side. Okay? And look at how it's just falling off the bone. Look at that. See? I'm pushing it. I'm doing that. That's the bone right there. Done. Look at that. So that's the result of like some really good baked chicken. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my baked chicken in a bowl, or roasted chicken rather. Let me get rid of my bones. We don't have dogs around here. So. This chicken right here is going to go directly into the pot. Very, very tasty. I'm making 2 big, huge pots of it because my friends eat it up in their mouth. It's really, really tasty. I got a little bit more chicken, and I'm going to cut this up, and then I'll come back with the finished product. Put all those things together. I want you to see the portion of meat and how we spread it out evenly after the oven baked chicken has been put in. I want you to see the color of the soup. Would you look at that? That is the celery, that is the carrots, that is the potato, that is the flavor that's just been captured by all these veggies. The noodles, there's noodles in there. It's just really, I mean, when you eat, look, there's green beans. I didn't even know there was green beans. There's green beans in there. I'm going to be, later on, I'm going to be eating this in my mouth. And I created, what I've done here is I've also have a second pot that has more depth to it because they eat it up. I mean, they really, I made 3 pots of this soup the other day, and my friends just devoured it in less than 2 hours. It was really remarkable. And you're looking at real chicken that has been sort of, you know, it's an art. It's like an art. Look, it's like an art. You're looking at the celery. You're looking at the carrots. You don't want to overcook it. Now, once I add all this in here with the broth and the water and all that, I'm going to let this cook for about an hour. About an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes. And I'm telling you, I don't know. I mean, it's just wonderful. Another thing I was going to talk about too is when you're dealing with chicken, you got to wash your hands a lot. You know, washing those hands. Black man with hand production. So you gotta wash your hands a lot, and also when I deal with chicken, I don't like letting it set out too long because you can get sick and stuff. So I don't let it sit out long. I want to show you the bread we're going to be using. It just reminds me of the 1930s when they were almost giving out like porridge in the little village in Europe or whatever. These little bread. We don't have a lot of them. I don't know what other. Here, I'll do this. This is actually the white bread. See, it's like a bun, almost kind of like a roll. And you dip this in that soup, and it is so good. You know how I can get the Republican Party to give in to not taking us over the physical cliff? Is feeding them some of this shit. And I'll tell them, look, you guys don't get your shit together, you're not getting any soup. But, you know, and I want to talk a little bit about that while we're waiting on our soup. The main reason why I think the Republican Party does not give a shit whether we go over the cliff or not is because they, you know, most of their people that they're supporting, the top 1%, have all the fucking money. They have all the money. So who gives a shit? But, you know, for them, they don't care. But for people who need extended unemployment, people who need medical assistance by way of Obamacare, these programs, entitlement programs like Social Security and Medi-Cal and Medicaid, we can't afford to wait 2 months or 3 months into next year to have that all resolved. And they're going to have another debate about the debt ceiling. That's going to be coming up. The Republicans are ready to start bitching and arguing and whining about that. Listen, Senator DeMint is gone, the Tea Party revolutionist. He's left the Senate starting January. He's going to be bye-bye, and that's great. Also, I think what's going to happen is Hillary Clinton is going to start being more popular than ever, and hopefully we can get her into the White House in 2016. Let's check on our soup real quick, and that'll be the end of this episode of Talking Shit. A special cooking presentation of the nutrients that you can gain. This is like the Jewish panacea. It's just a flavor. I'm going to go ahead and sample some on camera. Let me sample some for you. Hold on. I'm going to sample some of this stuff. And what I like to do when I sample food is think about like who's going to actually be eating and what they're actually going to be looking for. Because I've been cooking for my friends for about 4 or 5 years now straight. So I know the different people that are going to be eating. So I'm like, what is he like, or what does she find most interesting, or whatever. And I'm going to get a common. I don't have a carrot on here because I want all of the a little bit of each part of the soup to be in my sample, so I can get an example of what the flavor is with all these things together. I'm going to eat this in my mouth. What is that? Lordy. I mean, just, it's amazing what happens when you, Lord have mercy. And so I tried that pot. Now, if I cook more than one pot of anything, I try to taste each thing because I may have missed something or whatever. The soup is just, it's chicken noodle soup with vegetable overkill. It's just really good. There's a little bit of dumpling in there. Let me see. Oh my goodness! This is, I cannot explain to you the flavor of that chicken. When you roast that chicken, you roast that chicken! And it's amazing. This is my last bite. You know, and when I was a little boy, I hated vegetables. I thought vegetables were the scum of the earth. I thought that grown-ups tortured poor innocent children like me with vegetables. But when you get older, when you become older, you start realizing that they're really not that bad. It's really tasty. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you.